2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you had a wonderful holiday. I hope you had a happy new year. And I know if you're watching this, that at the top of your list for 2022 is a baby in your arms by this time next year, right? And there's plenty of time to do it. So the title of today's video is Getting Pregnant in 2022, Perspective. So why are we talking about perspective and what does that even mean for you, right? So I want you to have the perspective that overall health and wellness in 2022 is the goal and the outcome is going to be pregnancy. I want you to think that and believe that in your heart because it could be the very thing that is keeping you from having a baby this year. So I see a lot in the group chats, in my own group, of people talking about knowing that they have some either weight loss goals or they have some health goals, they have some habits that they need to kick. And they're very frustrated with the fact that they are not pregnant yet. And I totally get that. I remember well the 2-week wait, the frustration of denying myself things like sushi, or any other thing that is near and dear to your heart in the hopes that it would help the perspective. In the hopes that it would help get a pregnancy, right? So the perspective is that if you're doing something that you know causes a lot of inflammation in your body and it causes a lot of dis-ease in your body or disruption in your reproductive cycle, shifting your perspective so that you're not just doing it for the outcome of the pregnancy, but let's look at what our body is trying to tell us, right? All right. So health is the goal. Pregnancy is the outcome, right? But health is the goal, not just trying to get pregnant. All right, so I just want to look at my notes. So there's steps that you can take today to do this. And I want to tell you a story. I want to tell you a story about the first step that you can take today, a personal story of mine. So I had thyroid disease, and it was actually caused by an infertility medication that I had taken that had caused my thyroid not to be able to work very well. So the doctors put me on thyroid medicine and things were going along, but I still wasn't pregnant and I was still kind of symptomatic. So I had learned the difference between how I felt before I was on thyroid medicine and after I was on thyroid medicine. And it got me thinking. I started thinking about, well, but how did I feel before? How did I feel before I needed thyroid medicine? So that led me to go back to the history of my thyroid reports. Normally when you do like your annual physical or whatever, they'll include a thyroid panel in that. And I went back and I took a look at historically what my thyroid levels were. And come to find out that the level that they were managing my thyroid to did not meet my pre-disease level. Does that make sense? So I asked them to bump me into the normal high range because your thyroid range is really high. And lo and behold, that was one of the key things that helped me get pregnant. My thyroid range is very, very small. So what that means is it has to be exactly in that range for me in order for me to get pregnant. It was true for my first pregnancy and every pregnancy after that. That is a very small window. And maybe that's true for you. So the first thing that you can do to take responsibility and shift your perspective to overall health is to get your body into a not feeling great range, pre-dis-ease range, right? So take the time to call your doctor today. This is something that you can get the ball rolling. Go to your portal, dig out some records. It's best if you can go, several years back so you can kind of see a pattern of what's going on, but that is going to help you get the best care possible. It's super important, not just for thyroid also. Just in case you're watching this and you're like, I don't have any thyroid problems. By the way, if you're having problems getting pregnant and you haven't had your thyroid tested, I would strongly recommend starting there also. But it can also be your red blood cell count. It could also be your iron count. All of those things make a difference. Even if you've had some testing done historically for your hormones and things like that. Okay. So that was really key for me. So I would ask that you would take one step today. Any of these steps. I'm going to smack my computer here and knock it right off. Take one step, whether it's going over your medical records or the next one. Just move more. Oxygenating your blood and your body is good for your overall health, which is good for your reproductive health. That's an easy one. It doesn't have to be get sweaty and whatever. Just move more. Go for a walk around the block. Walk from the farthest place in the parking lot to the grocery store. Just whatever you do, have in mind to move more today. That is going to help you with your overall health, which is going to help you with your fertility. As is water intake. Water intake is so important for your reproductive health, but your overall health as well. I have a Water Warrior Challenge in my infertility community success chat group. I said that backwards. Infertility Success Community Chat Group, which the link is here in this live. I have a Water Warrior Challenge, and you can go and take a look at that. It's self-led, and it's just going to help you have some accountability for your water tracking. Water is super important to your overall health. I know that this is not rocket science to anybody, but you can do a little bit of research and find that it really does affect not only how your overall health is, but your fertility as well. All right. Well, I hope to see you over in my Infertility Success Community Chat group. The link is there in the comments. In that group, I help people walk through their journey, and we just support each other. I hope to see you there. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. If you're watching on Facebook, we all know Facebook doesn't like to tell you when I'm live, so go over to YouTube and hit that like and subscribe. I will be here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday Eastern Standard Time at noon. Health and blessings to you guys. Bye-bye.